Hello everyone, I am Shivani and welcome to my YouTube channel Civil Series. Today's lesson we're going to start with moment of inertia. Moment of inertia about any point or axis is the product of area and the perpendicular distance between the point or axis to the center of gravity of the area. Moment of inertia is also called as the second moment of area, and for this figure this is the formula for the moment of inertia. Okay, Ix is equals to integration of y square dA, that is area, integration with respect to area, and Iy is equals to integration of x square dA. Okay, so this is the formula for the moment of inertia, and the moment of inertia is separated into two terms, first moment and then inertia. Moment is the force into some distance, means the tendency of particle to go around in a circle or a curve, and the inertia is resistance to that tendency. Therefore the moment of inertia is resistance to bending, and the moment of inertia is the design parameter, and the SI unit for the moment of inertia is meter raised to 4. Here we see the moment of inertia of some standard figures about the centroidal axis. First, this is a rectangle has a dimensions b and d, and the moment of inertia about this x-axis is bd cube by 12, and the moment of inertia about the y-axis for this rectangle is db cube by 12. And here is a hollow rectangle. The outer dimension of this hollow rectangle is capital BD, and the inner dimensions of this rectangle is small bd, and the moment of inertia about x-axis for this hollow rectangle is in bracket capital BD cube minus small bd cube whole bracket divided by 12, and the moment of inertia about this y-axis is the capital dB cube minus small dB cube whole bracket divided by 12. Then the moment of inertia for the circle, and the moment of inertia for the circle about x-axis and y-axis are same, which are equals to pi d raised to 4 upon 64, and the moment of inertia for the hollow circle of diameter of outer diameter capital D and inner diameter small d, and the moment of inertia for the hollow circle about x-axis and y-axis are same, which are equals to pi in bracket capital D raised to 4 minus small d raised to 4 upon 64. And if you want the moment of inertia of some other standard figures about the centroidal axis, you may check the handwritten notes available in the description. Theorem of moment of inertia. MOI is the moment of inertia, and the theorem of moment of inertia is used to find out the moment of inertia about any axis other than the centroidal axis. Okay, so this is the I section, and this is the centroid for this I section, and the line passing through this centroid is the centroidal axis, and this line which is parallel to the centroidal axis is called as the reference axis. And to find out the moment of inertia about this reference axis is done by using the parallel axis theorem, and when the reference axis is perpendicular to the centroidal axis, then for finding the moment of inertia we use a perpendicular axis theorem. Okay, so for parallel axis theorem, the formula for finding the moment of inertia is I11 is equals to Ig plus Ah square. So I11 is the moment of the plane figure about the reference axis. So moment of inertia about this reference axis is I11, and Ig is the sum of moment of inertia about this centroid. A is the area, and h is the distance between the centroidal axis and the reference axis. Here h is the distance between the centroidal axis and the reference axis. And the perpendicular axis theorem, the formula for finding out the moment of inertia is Iz is equals to Ix plus Iy, and this equation is applied only this equation is applied to any two parallel axes. One of the axis must be centroidal axis only, and the parallel axis theorem is also called as the transfer formula. And in the perpendicular axis theorem, the moment of inertia of the area about an axis which is in the plane perpendicular to this z axis, then it is called as the polar moment of inertia. Therefore, for finding out the moment of inertia other than this centroidal axis, that is parallel to the centroidal axis and perpendicular to the centroidal axis, we use a parallel axis theorem and the perpendicular axis theorem and find out the moment of inertia by using these two formulas. If you want to watch other videos related to mechanics, please visit my channel. There is a separate playlist for the engineering mechanics. And if today's lesson is helpful for you, do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.